Hey guys, it's Alex with Dirt Warrior Accessories here. Today I'm going to show you how to install our new vault. It's for a Honda Talon 4-seater, and we'll get going on it. The only tools we're going to be using today is a Phillips screwdriver. Number 3 works best. Here's one side of the enclosure that's going to come in the box. It's going to come with a front panel piece. The mirror's not included. I just have it mounted on our front panel piece right now. Then you're going to get your front door and the back door. So I'm going to start with my front panel piece. Like I said earlier, this mirror is mounted to it, which is a good way to mount your mirrors. You can mount your mirrors just straight to our panel. The factory mirrors, if you have factory mirrors, they kind of come out here a little bit and use these 2 bolts. So what you can do is you can notch this panel. It's made out of aluminum, so it's not that big of a deal to notch it out with a grinder or whatever. And then you can take the trim and trim it all out. But for this set of mirrors, like I said, we just mounted right to this panel. So I'm gonna go ahead and mount that up here. The entire door system is mounted with 2-inch cage clamps. It just snaps on here and mounts, so I'll get going on it. So now that I got my cage clamp kind of where it needs to be, I will take my screwdriver and my front panel here, and I'll kind of start to line it up. And the cage clamps are threaded on them, so there's no nuts or anything on that side. You're just threading the screw directly into the cage clamp. Now that I got that guy roughly where I want it, I'm just gonna leave it for a second and I'm gonna start working on the front. All right, now I'm gonna take more of our cage clamps. They're all 2-inch, so you can't really mix them up. But I'm gonna start by just putting them on the cage roughly where they need to be. Put one right there. Right here, one right here, and now I'm going to take my door and I'm going to open the back door because this thing kind of goes around this part right here. So I'm going to go right there, tuck it underneath the roof a little bit, and then get it around there. Now that that's kind of sitting where it needs to be, I'll go ahead and grab my screws and my screwdriver. I'll start to thread them in. So now that I got all those started, I'm gonna kind of align it right here. I'm not gonna tighten anything down until all of it's on, but it's sitting pretty close to where it needs to be. Okay, now I'm gonna start working on the back door. All right, now pretty much the same as the front door as the back door. I'm gonna put the cage clamps on, kind of roughly where they need to go. Now I'm gonna grab my door and put it up there. It's gonna go underneath the roof and just kind of slide into place there. I'm gonna start my cage clamps again. Get it aligned with the hole. This one's a little bit trickier because it sits just underneath the roof, but I'm able to just get the roof up just a little bit by prying it up. You can obviously take your roof off if you want, but for that little of a thing, I just hold it up while I'm doing it. Okay, now that everything's loose, I'm gonna go ahead and align everything. Make sure the back door's looking good. You want to make sure that this little ledge sits on the ledge of the plastic and that everything's kind of close and sealing. Everything's looking good there. So I'm going to tighten up the back door. Okay, the back door's tight. I'm gonna make sure the front door's doing the same thing. It's all looking good and I don't have any gaps. It's looking good, so I'll go ahead and tighten my front door down where it is. I'm gonna get my front triangle piece where it needs to be, kind of hold it in place as I'm tightening it down. And that's all looking good. So now that I got everything tightened down where I want it, I can go ahead and like fill in any little gaps by pulling this trim down. The trim has half an inch worth of play and it'll still stay on. So if I did have like a little gap here, I can just push the trim and it'll seal that up. And yeah, that's the install. All right guys, thanks for watching the install of the 4-seat Honda Talon. Give us a like and a share if you don't mind. Go follow us on our social media, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. Thanks guys, have a good day.